lineup we're set up here. So, opening match of the final slot for Western Europe, Tundra versus OG. We're going to have the mid matchup of Sniper versus Pango. Not going to be a fun one for BZM. The OG off lane of the Kunkka and Shadow Shaman up against a Morphling Techies lane. And then perhaps the most dangerous lane in the game, Centaur Batrider versus the Sven and Shadow Demon. And immediately the smoke is going to break on 9 class. They're going to try and go on him. He's all alone, so if they hit the disruption, he is dead. Actually, Ether Shock from Ari. Not that it makes a difference, but I wasn't sure if he would still go Ether Shock.
That's a big play by him. There's a lot of players that would have taken Shackle there, and you would have just griefed your lane, so... Thank God.
Just unfair.
All right, noted. No, don't level Shackle level 1.
I mean, you can if like you're guaranteed to win the lane, but if it loses you the lane, you can't afford it.
So an early first blood for BZM, that'll make a world of difference in this matchup against the Sniper, right? He'll have a much faster bottle, so we won't have to worry about that harassment as much.
That's huge for OG, honestly. And again, I just don't like these like random you walk out solo somewhere on the map. I think the chance it goes bad for you is decently high, and there's minimal to gain. Like this went really bad for Tundra, right? You gave away a huge amount of gold to the one hero in the game you don't want having extra gold, because your draft is predicated around Thompson messing this guy up and creating a liability, and then you can go to that liability. And you just gave that liability like free bottle. You know, it's the risk reward there was just not worth it. So a big setback, honestly, for what Tundra want to do here. They'll have to overcome that deficit. And it's a morale boost for OG, because these early games were not going too smoothly for him.
Yeah, seriously. All right, so outcome of the lanes. I'm expecting the Batrider Centaur lane to win, though. Will they shut out Tomato? Sven's kind of hard to do that too sometimes.
No, I don't think so. I mean, Sven generally free farms versus Centaur, unless the lane goes horribly wrong. Or maybe not free farm, but like he does fine. To me, it's him and Alk are the two carries that you're pretty comfortable playing this matchup. Pretty good in the fights as well. Just chunking this hero that doesn't have the armor to keep up. I think OG will be okay on this. I could see Tomato die once on this lane a little later, but I think generally he'll be okay. I think the big question is just how much does Thompson get out of it, especially with the bottle rush, and do they find some cheeky kill on the Morphling top? Because we've seen a lot of cheeky kills on Morphling recently, and Shadow Shaman is one of the better heroes at getting that.
Yeah, with the Hex now providing damage amplification. I mean, I'm just hoping at some point in time we get to see a Sven hit a hexed unit and crit on it and do like a 3,000 crit, you know? I just hope I get to see that once.
I think we all do, Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take this 10 talent too on Shaman. It's quite good. I mean, both are like solid in the right game, but 10% hex damage amp, I think. Like, you get this amp goes up to 35%.
Yeah, and then you have the Disseminate. Bonkers. Disseminate also providing some amp up, so that's actually kind of like a very interesting single target synergy that could make the Morphling a whole lot squishier than you would expect. Tomato's going to be in some trouble here. Too much magic damage, perhaps. Another double edge and a hit. Oh, no, Seb! Pull the trigger, Seb! He doesn't use the disruption, and they'll lose Tomato as a result.
Feels bad, man. It's not first blood, though, so at least you got that going for you. But yeah, there's that Sven death that it can happen on this lane. He's still farming the lane, but that's a rough death because your lane got pushed out. You don't have small camp here. Again, just a very difficult hero to lane against, and showing why. We'll collect the Lotus for his troubles. But so far, to me, okay start for OG because this mid is going even. Early bottle's done a lot for BZM, and that's a big deal here. Thompson not clearing through this lane as much as he would have wanted to here.
Yeah, normally this matchup, getting CS is fine. It's just the harassment from the Sniper is super hard for the Pango to deal with. BZM actually trying to... Oh, this was an error. He's going to take so much damage on his way out here. He does have the water rune in his bottle, so it's not like he's in danger of dying, but will lose a lot in this matchup.
Early bottle making the difference. They're going to look for a stack off 9 class into... Trying to contest the water runes here. I think Thompson's going to give the top one up, though, so... Yeah, they're going to just give up the water runes, in fact. Seb with the stack into the rotation.
Trying to catch him on the disruption. A blood grenade from BZM, but now the TP comes in from 9 class, making sure Thompson's going to live. And more tips for Seb. They're actually going to bump back BZM. 9 class still kind of catches up. Don't think they can actually kill him, but he's going to try. Holy cow, he's really going for it, and they actually do manage to get him. 9 class will die on his way out, though. And 9 class tipping Seb as he goes down, killing the mid laner.
Old friends reunited in this game, and Thompson, happy about that exchange versus old offlaner. Says you should have stayed in the offlane, my friend. Don't come to my lane. I'll show you what's up. He does. We also get that Kunkka kill, which pretty damn nice for Pure up here, for them to find that. Not a kill I think they were expecting to get on this lane, but one they will gladly welcome here is extra experience into the Morphling's pocket. Does not mind that at all. Just a nice find by Whitemon. And it's Tundra pulling ahead in the lane phase. We saw this yesterday, Austin.
Yep.
It is
we sure did.
Another very scary moment for OG fans, because if this game turns into the 2 from Liquid yesterday, and you're just sitting there wondering what the hell we're doing, right?
Yeah. Nice blast off. Lands on 2. Whitemon, they're going to turn around and try and kill him here. Ari still has his shackles, has to use it on the Morphling, who is putting some damage on Whisper and will be able to get that kill. And looks like they'll probably get Ari too, with the blood grenade slowing him down. He's got another sticky bomb coming up, but they won't keep chasing. Creep wave under tower. Pure doesn't want to miss out on this CS, so.
Man, that is... It's just a tough result for OG, honestly. Like, to lose this last pick Kunkka twice. Like, you saw the lane, you know what you're going up against. I don't think your lane is that much weaker, to be honest. Like, maybe you get out CS'd a bit by the Morphling, but to give up 2 kills in 6 minutes is rough. This is going to be a very strong game for Pure now. More tips bouncing out, but...
Probably the one guy you do not want to give on Tundra a free game, right? I mean, Pure is a fantastic carry, and his Morphling is kind of his signature, so... Not great.
Still doing good mid for BZM, but it's going to have to be him pulling some of this back on the map. They're going to need a really good Pango game to get these supports back in the game, because they're just going to end up being a little underleveled again. Will split the Wisdom Rune. That's a good sign for them. And Seb has done a little stacking here for the Pango as well, which is going to be really nice to accelerate his already accelerated game. Just a couple extra camps can do the work sometimes. You're always happy to see a Wisdom Rune as a Shadow Shaman. On the flip side, you have 9 class just doing a little stack of his own. I'm going to try and pull ahead.
I think that's the nastiest thing about Batrider support, is just how it's able to farm like a core. Anywhere on the map, right? It could play deep in the enemy jungle and take away camps there. And you just are guaranteed to get a Blink Dagger, kind of no matter how good or bad the game is going.
That is the strength of the hero. That's why his first pick. Consistency. Teams value it a lot.
Chasing down 9 class. Probably have to use the Rolling Thunder here. And they'll also farm this stack at the same time. Stampede goes out. I'm not sure why.
Maybe just didn't see the Shaman, but...
Yeah.
Well, he'll get some decent efficiency out of that. Once more, BZM still having a very good game here, and that is... I think it's preventing Tundra from trying to go mid, because he's just way too high resources, way too strong. Thompson didn't get that cheese matchup he wanted. And in fact, BZM's the highest net worth in the game right now, so... I don't think Tundra really got what they wanted out of this sniper mid in terms of the early game. Of course, he can still scale and do really well here.
Another blast off, another go on Whisper. They are giving Whisper no space, man.
God damn. He's still level 5.
Yeah.
He's just going to be a non-factor here. I mean, Tundra have identified the liability in this game, and they're going to it. This is very heads up, because normally I think you'd want to go mid here, but since they can't do it to the Pango, they'll do it to the Kunkka. And they're just giving him the business now.
I mean, Whisper is collecting TP scrolls at this rate.
I mean, that's just good investing right there.
Yeah. Couldn't get back in time to stack the Ancients. He's going to try it off the Torrent. Doesn't get it.
Good try. Do get the double stack on the triangle, though, so more camps for BZM. Just trying to keep him on par with Thompson, who is farming up a Storm, level 9.
Yeah, that is a little bit of the downside of Pango mid, is that it doesn't give you a hero that's going to rotate immediately, right? A lot of these Pangos just are going to farm up neutrals until you get Diffusal Blade, because that timing is so powerful that you can't afford to slow it down. So someone like, you know, your off lane is having a rough time, like Whisper, you don't have a mid who's going to come over and alleviate that too much.
I think it is the correct play. I just don't think he's doing much on these side lanes without Diffu. That's your item to pressure the Morph lane. It's your damage to maybe bring down the really tanky Centaur. And he's very close to it, honestly. He's 400 off. Gonna be a really good
10-minute
timing.
power rune. Got a haste rune. That is a great pickup for him.
We see double Dragonlance out of Tundra as well between the Morph and the Sniper here. So again, some early stat items. They're ready to take fights if they want to get these smoke ganks going. Maybe just waiting for the Bat Rider blink. We see 9 class continuing to farm up the jungle. It's a little slow here, considering he had like the 3 early game deaths. But I think Tundra are happy with their position overall. And once you get that, you can just start making smoke plays. Find this Pangolier especially, you're going to be happy with any sort of fight that starts with you lassoing BZM.
Yeah, that is the part that's really going to suck. He's going to get Diffusal Blade on Pango, try and make a play with it, and he might just be met with an instant Blink Lasso.
There will be a window OG haven't before. So they have this Diffusal. This is really good timing for what it was looking like in the draft. Ideally, you want to kick the Morph out or kill him with this. Really effective against Pure right now. Just doesn't have the mana pool to deal with it, and they're gonna try exactly that.
Oof. Hero
So
reacts very quickly. Just a hero shows up for half a second near him, and he just instantly waveforms out.
Yeah, that was like suspiciously fast. You know what I'm saying?
Someone check him PC right now.
Like this guy saw. I mean, they saw them. He saw them rotating top off this mid obs.
Yeah.
So he was expecting that play 100%. That was very clean. Just wasting the most of their time basically, because he knows this play is coming. Good efficiency.
Did give Ari a chance to be able to take over mid a little bit, and now he has Serpent Wards, but you kind of need to make a rotation stick, get a kill before you can actually use this to pressure tower. 12-minute power rune. Oh, did not manage to get it. Got denied, and now BZM stuck in this sniper hell. He can't actually get off a Rolling Thunder. It gets assassinated. They're just going to run down the heroes now. Ari may have stopped the Bat Rider, but it still hits him with a flame break, bumps him back enough that Thompson can finish the job with another assassination.
Sniper taking some names out here. Just such a hard hero to fight into. I mean, they didn't want to fight him there, but Tundra eventually find this collapse on mid, and they don't give him a choice. No Rolling Thunder for BZM. That's a big loss for this Diffusal timing. And huge gains for Thompson is he just looks invincible. You look at the Sniper right now. He took Seeds of Serenity on Strength Treads. He has 1700 HP. Like, people are just not used to how tanky this hero gets now. And you have to respect the early fighting power with this Max Shrapnel. On his way to Ags, so he's going to tank up even more here. It's just a menace on the map right now, and they're going to smoke him bottom, try and get another fight going. If BZM dies here
we
again,
missed. Does manage to hit the Hex, though. They can quickly kill the Bat Rider. Can they get out? Fortunately, the Rolling Thunder stops up blast off. They lose 1-for-1 support. A big rotation from Tundra. But it does allow OG that little play to be able to get out without any further losses.
Yeah, I think OG are lucky and happy to get out of there with what they did. That's a play where if you linger too long, you don't know that smoke is coming. That blast off lands, you lose your Pango again, and this game just gets blown open. Instead, Tundra make the move. They'll still get a tower off this. So it's good map progression, and Thompson still having a hell of a game here. He's at like 560 GPM. That is a number.
It's a big one. And soon he's going to have that assassinate leveled up. I like that you pointed out how good the sniper was at fighting around the power runes and how poor the supports were for OG, because we saw exactly that kind of a couple times. But that last power rune fight, it definitely showed itself the most.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's
and now
no
OG
way.
seems like they're giving up on power rune contesting now.
Yeah, you just can't do it. Like Shadow Shaman, Shadow Demon, or just whatever. Something with the shadows, man. These heroes are just terrible at fighting these river battles because you're way too slow. Your cast range is way too short. You have no hope of getting on top of Thompson. He's just gonna slay you with these shrapnels. I'm surprised OG got some of the runes they did, to be honest. I think it was just because Tundra were happy killing this Kunkka bunch. And the result was Whisperer had to just take a crap ton of stacks to recover in this game, which he has recovered here. He went first item Yules, which is interesting. More setup, more control for the Stampede in, more catch on the Sniper Morphling if you ever get on top of them. He can dodge some of the techie spells. Honestly, I think Yules has looked pretty good recently. We have not seen a lot of it on Kunkka, and I guess he felt his game was too slow to go something like Blade Mail and just go fight. I think this item will be nice over the course of the game. If you can get to like Torrent Storm on top of the Yules especially, that's just a huge amount of control. For Toby trying to jump in a fight, for Pure trying to wait for him in.
Lands it on Seb, surrounded by mines. Self-disruption. They're going to try and get the lasso, but there's that Yule Scepter. Defends him very nicely, so they only get the kill on Seb.
OG dodge some more danger, but they still haven't really gotten a move of their own to work. They're going to snake bottom here? Think about it. This isn't the highest value snake, but you might just take it because there's not much else going on in this game.
Yeah, especially Pure's going to show mid, and seems like, you know, wherever Pure goes right now, they're going to back him up. He's kind of like a Terrorblade in that regard. That high physical damage can take these early towers for you. Disruption to dodge some of this lasso. Mono's still going to be pulled back into mega chain stuns. There's no way he can live, and Pure's just going to look for more. Waveforming through, killing the Shadow Shaman. Delayed a little bit by the shackles, but he'll get there eventually. Another shot from the Assassinate to push back Whisper. They'll take that tower, take 2 lives. Very surprised OG went to contest that, frankly.
Yeah, that is just not the fight you want to be taking when Tundra are set up for it. Even with this disruption, it does basically nothing, right? The only upside is you stole the Wisdom Rune here for BZM.
Yep. True.
And he gets...
Dude, Whisper just started getting back in the game, man. His net worth was just creeping close to some of the other cores, and they gank him with 3-man gank. BZM is going to try and respond here. A shield rune on Sniper means you don't want to go for that guy, and he doesn't even try and go for the Tenkie's kill, even.
I don't know, Thompson's just way too big. Like, there's just no way for them to stop this Sniper train, and he's already online with this Ags. It's insanely fast. He's gonna have his choice from here. It'll be the Conda. Why not? 2,000 HP.
Got Specialist Array, so that pushes him to 150 damage a shot without a headshot.
I mean, this looks like similar to yesterday. Like, OG aren't getting stomped as hard, but again, it's just tough lanes. Your supports are too slow to contest enemy supports for these runes and snowball anything. And you're just not really out efficiencying the enemy. Like, you had some stacks, but, you know, Tundra stacked for themselves as well.
Go for Ari here. Seb shows himself at the same time, so they jump different targets. Here's going to try and come in and make the difference. Blows up one support, the Yule Scepter to set up on the Bat Rider there with the Torrent. Stun. Oh, stacking the stuns a little bit. Allows the Lasso to go off on the Bat Rider. Blast Off's going to be dodged by the Disruption. Bow coming in. That'll make him nice and tanky. But no, the Taser. It stops so much of the damage. The Techies lives, and the Sven just doesn't live. And yeah, Thompson's easier to clean up now. Assassinate after assassinate. They kill one hero with it. It refreshes. He shoots another. It's just so oppressive.
Nice stolen hammer from Pure as well to guarantee that last kill. I mean, this is your Sven joining fights way before he really wants to, and he's getting punished for it. It's still something, I guess, for OG. I mean, technically, they won the gold exchange off that. Lost the XP exchange. But more gold into the 1 and 2 for Tundra here as Pure and Thompson continue to have deathless games that are both scaling out of control. And it's going to be double phylactery here on the 1 and 2. You thought you'd never see it.
Dude, I don't know how you play the OG supports. They're just basically going to get one shot, either by an adaptive strike or assassinate.
Yeah, that did a decent amount of damage. Seb did not enjoy getting shot by Thompson there.
Yeah, and it's just a phylactery. Soon it's going to be a Conda, though it looks like Thompson's going to take a short step to get the concussive grenade, which makes sense against Sven mostly. He assassinated the creep. He just took that away. Doesn't even care if you know that he has vision there. He just takes the farm away from you.
I mean, what are you going to do about it? Go fight him?
They're setting up, seeing if 9 class will walk into them here. Sticky Napalm may have gotten the vision, but a blink forward. Instant counter by Toby. What a nice stomp, and it sets up Thompson for success, and Pure just waveforms through them once again. Yeah, Thompson's controlled right now. It's control, not really damage. He drops down to 1700 HP. That's it. That's all the BZM can threaten him with.
That was your Shaman blink. It's just... it's too easy for Tundra right now. Like, they just go wherever they want. They're ready for these counterplays. Their cores are so much stronger. And BZM with his own blink. Again, he can bring you the control, like you said, with the blink rolling thunder, but he's not killing Thompson on his own. It's not even close. His sniper has 2600 HP with strength treads. Like, what is this dude?
It's nasty.
Cyril's really spooky when he has this kind of game. Like, I don't know what you're supposed to do versus him, you know?
Well, it's the Conda for Pure. Thompson's going to get some more survivability / stat items. He got the concussive grenade, bought that out. Now he's going to go the Hurricane Pike. Just really make sure that OG will never be able to touch him for long. Tomato's trying to work on a BKB, and then once get the Ags, we'll probably see one of those items. I don't know if we'll see the second at the rate that this game is going.
Fight's gotta happen through Tomato. He needs his BKB, which is finished, and it's gotta do some work. You gotta find the supports or get on top of this sniper somehow. But you gotta take some of the damage out of the fight, and I don't think you're gonna be able to just focus Pure. Maybe you get some crazy cleave hits on him, he gets hexed somehow, but an Aegis is going to one of these two cores, and it's going to be spooky on either one, but I think Pure is going to gladly take it and just go in. I don't think Thompson's too afraid of dying right now.
Successful scan, 9 class goes for it. Pounces, finds Whisper, the team cleans up Roshan, TPs. Godlike already for Thompson, man. I mean, 7 to 19, like you said, it looks very similar to the matchup against Liquid, just not as bad. Same problems are kind of showing themselves. They do have the BKB, though, and the Aghanim Scepter for the Pango. That Aghanim Scepter is a massive upgrade. It now gives you the damage alongside of the control. Just, will it be enough damage?
Doesn't feel like it.
No, probably not.
I guess if you burn a crap ton of the mana out of this Morphling, maybe. I think you have to find Thompson, like, somehow. I don't really know how, but it has to be some hex shackle on him. The thing is, at this point, Tundra can just sit around him. They don't feel too pressured to win some crazy economy game anymore. They're just gonna go through the objectives here. And I don't think you're taking this 5-on-6 if you're OG. Maybe high ground defense, but your high ground defense honestly isn't even good. Your high ground defense is pretty awful this game.
That's true. Steal another wisdom rune. He can pressure towers if Ari, whenever he has serpent wards up.
I mean, Tundra are going high ground here.
Yeah, well, they're gonna take your tormentor first. Real quick pit stop for that one. So now you have the reactive taser that can be passed over to the sniper and also has a deadly interaction for Pango. I guess a little less deadly now that it's only 3 shots, but Pango doesn't disarm him.
Oh, they might.
Wait,
They gotta catch Thompson.
Thompson, please break through it. Okay, they have an opening here. OG will get the pick off on Thompson, who tried to TP out in kind of a sus spot there. BZM didn't actually chain stun Pure. Still can chase after him though. He's got the longer rolling thunder. Oh, lassoed though. He got the disarm on Pure. That might save him. Oh, too much magic damage. The mines are going to come through, and they just blow up the Shadow Shaman who blinked into that whole thing. Tomato can't even get any hits in. He blinks in. BKB doesn't actually get any damage as a result of just heroes backing away from him. Now he's going to get stomped up and probably killed as Pure's catching up. If they could just land another stun, they probably get him. Tomato, he is dead.
Pure is way too strong. OG trying to get something out of a misstep by Tundra, which was leaving that Thompson sniper as they went for a smoke play across the map. Trying to do everything at once. OG called the bluff, which was pretty heads up, and get the sniper, but you still just can't take this 5v4. It's not even close. Especially with the overextension of the Pango initially, which means you lose all that damage in the front line right off the bat. It's a little breathing room on your buildings, at least, as Thompson has to walk out from base. But that's about it. Another quick smoke from OG. They want to find Thompson again. This is a heads-up play.
Seb is going to stick around to, like, draw some attention mid. Oh, but it forced... oh, no. I think he was trying to say, like, oh, look, guys, we're still mid. We're definitely not smoking bottom. But it actually got a reaction out of Thompson and Night Class. They both TP'd to the outpost. So now they're no longer bottom lane. This smoke finds nothing.
I think that was also Thompson just reading the play, honestly. I think he was just getting out of there.
Okay.
And he wants to siege. You still have Aegis. You still have a minute here. But yeah, that was a smoke that, if it connects for OG, they get so much breathing room in this game. Instead, straight back to dealing with the high ground that they just can't deal with right now. It'll result in the tier 3 dying. Bringing them all back. The lead continues to grow.
Ping the Pango. But they'll hold this high ground for now. Wait, never mind. They're going to smoke up.
This is the same play they tried to make last time, but they're not gonna be greedy with it and show somebody top.
BZM, you're so greedy to farm that camp. Oh my god, he's gonna get an invis. Is that gonna save him? He rolls up. Can't be seen.
9 class gets a deep ward in the base, though. Another decent use of the smoke. I don't think OG saw this.
Ooh, BZM's making space,
ward.
Man.
That's a nasty ward right now.
Yeah.
Tundra want to try and play off it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh man, it's seeing just who they want. They want the Pango. Tried to jump on him. Instant Yules goes out from Whisper. Now they've caught the Centaur inside the base. Goes out, got the lasso on the Pango, so they still got their target. Disruption goes out, but he's coming back with no HP. A boat's not going to save him. That's certainly not the case. And Toby is tanky enough that being inside of the base is not a problem for this man.
I mean, we see some of these things that OG can play around, but they're just so far behind, it doesn't matter. Way too much firepower coming out of Tundra. Way too much single target burst between this sniper morphling. And the double conda is coming. Thompson's closing in on it. Another God Strength by Tomato just to clear through some enemy camps.
Yeah, he really needs that Aghanim Scepter. It would help him a lot in sticking onto the sniper.
I mean, honestly, this double Conda core is quite good for Sven, conceptually. This is a hero that wants to man-fight you with an armor difference. Instead, you have two cores that are just doing huge amounts of hybrid damage. Like, they'll right-click you down, but they'll also just pump thousands of magical bursts into you the second you're not BKB'd. Which means your Sven has to BKB early, or he's just gonna die in the fight off a single stun. Like, you get hoof stomped, you get lassoed, you get hit by both Condas off an assassinate and a blast, you're gone on Sven. And it makes the team fighting really difficult for Tomato, who is on a hero that generally wants to go in and play the fight a little bit and then BKB, get a second Stormhammer off, something like this. Just not doable at all this game.
Yeah. Zeb, I think he was expecting a blink lasso. Shadow Poison self-disrupts instantly. OG, keep on looking for the side lane pickoff. And Tundra is just not giving it to them.
Yeah, they gave it that once and never again. Still have this base sword as well. 9 classes Iron. As Tundra are pulling the noose tight here in game 1.
That wave looks so juicy for Tomato. He's like, that's my Ags right there. Sell the bracer if he wants to get it off of that. Goes for the range. Stampede going out, trying to get the initiation. Yules, once again, precast by Whisper. Catches 9 class in attempted initiation, and he'll die for that attempt. Very nice reactions from Whisper.
That's honestly a bold play to just try and solo lasso there, because there's a lot OG can use to catch you. You have Insta Yules, Insta Hex, Disruption. These are all just instant cast spells, so
yeah.
If you see some guy alone off the ward, I think it's a free go, but going into everybody there is tough. And he'll get
nice
the
roll up, Rolling Thunder. That'll get him away. I'm surprised Tundra aren't just doing the siege.
Oh my god! Lord.
Jesus!
That is the double Conda right there.
It's a 2700 HP hero just gone. And the assassinations continue to rain down. The tier 4s won't protect you. The range is far too big. Now, they're going to pull him back into that tier 4. Tomato's just going to go to work. All right, the Centaur is dead. Didn't have to use the BKB for it either. So that'll kick Tundra out of this base push. And they were still able to keep BZM out on the map.
Cost them your Kunkka buyback, though. I mean, Whisper's game progression has been decimated here. Does buy some space for BZM, like you said, and I mean, some decent gold for Tomato. Not the most successful high ground for Tundra.
No.
Damn, does that double Conda hurt.
Yeah. And they have so many aggressive wards. Got a couple sentries down to see any defensive wards, and then they've got mines all over the place, so... All the mines will get blown up. And they have a gem to D-ward. Unfortunately, I haven't found any of the wards yet, but they'll very likely find one of them, surely.
I mean, they're just waiting for Batrider BKB at this point. And it's flying out. Because then you can't do anything about this Blink Lasso. You can disrupt the guy who gets lassoed, but you can't counterplay 9 class here. It makes Tundra's push a lot scarier, a lot more reliable too.
It's also an opportunity, though, for OG. Play for this next Roshan. I mean, if they can somehow win that team fight, which their team fight around Rosh is pretty strong, they could turn this game a healthy amount.
Both players instant blink out off that smoke break.
Everyone's skittish.
Still looking, and they're going to find a target.
Jesus, BZM, he just can't survive. Zeb tries to go for the blink disruption, but it's not fast enough. I don't even think that's old man reflexes. He just dies too damn fast, man. These assassinates are hell. It's going to slow down Whisper long enough that 9 class can catch up. He X'd himself, but the X will never pull him back from the grave.
This combo has just been deadly. Morph Sniper has looked really strong. Just so damn annoying to play against. You misstep a little bit, your team fight's over in a second. And this has to be one of those games that Thompson remembers why he loves Dota. Like, this is such his wheelhouse. You know, you're playing into his world right now. Some weird combo that catches you off guard that makes you look really dumb. You know, that's a that's a Thompson classic right there. He's having a field day out here.
Yeah, half HP. Took 1,800 HP away from the Sven from one Assassinate with Conda and one Adaptive Strike with Conda.
Well, this
Instant
wasn't
response,
as
man.
one-sided as those other games for OG, but it felt very similar. And they are ending up in the same position.
Last-ditch effort for OG. Trying to wrap here on BZM, see if he can get into the back line, somehow hitting the sniper. Tundra just gotta back away. I mean, they can go back and do Roshan if they want to, or they might re-smoke and try and go up one of the side lanes here. Or Night Class didn't quite get it, but the Assassinate still lands on a Seb. They go for the Pango instantly. He sees his mark, got the lasso on him. Now the Aeontis helps him survive. Still not in a great position though to take this team fight. Lines laid out. Rolling Thunder goes to work now. Whisper jumping forward, but Tomato's so low, he doesn't feel great about this team fight right now. Now he finally gets onto the sniper, pops his BKB, God Strength, and goes to work. Down goes the sniper. BZM still causing some hell with the Rolling Thunder as it wears out. Kobe gets kited around a little bit with the Purge. BZM on the side here. It's up to Pure. Can Pure push through this team fight by himself, basically, as everyone else is trying to run away and get away from this onslaught? BZM's gonna chase. Oh no, the taser killed him!
Oh my god.
The reactive taser shard absolutely destroys Pango, and you could see why there. He kills himself on it.
And also your throne's just dying, by the way, so that game's just
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, this just feels like the same problems OG are running into. Like, the support duo is a little slower to contest. I think they got away with a lot more than they should have mid because of that first blood that really, and BZM played the lane really well after.